Namaste and welcome to class. Thank you so much for sitting with me, with your undivided attention in this beautiful, cozy day here in North Quebec, where the fall is just ending and all the trees are just going into sleep. So beautiful here beside the lake. In today's class, I want to talk to you about habits, because habits are a very powerful thing. They're so simple and so powerful because once you put a habit in motion, it constructs you. It's the base and fundamental part of your personality and how your mind responds. There are habits that are very concrete, like waking up at a certain time, having the breakfast at a certain time, eating certain things, right? Those are very tangible. There are other habits that are more subtle, like praying on your food before you eat, or sensing the energy around you, right? We have habits that are from the very dense part to the more subtle parts. So habits can cover quite a bit of a palette in your life. And you have habits, and habits are fundamental to construct your certain concepts and certain values and belief systems. It's all together, one package. Any habit that you have ends up in a belief system. And that belief system, it's like a flow. It opens a groove in the brain, opens a groove in the nervous system. And then the energy, the prana, will travel in certain parts of the body. It will feed the hormones, it will feed your perception, it will be the senses. Everything will determine accordingly to that particular growth. Repetition, right? We get the repetition, and every time that we repeat something, we learn it and we reaffirm what is it that we are believing, what is it that we are sensing of ourselves. So habits not only constructing you, but it's also constructing your reality. And you do have habits that of two types. One, habits that promotes you, promotes your grace, your communication, your strength, your security, your direction, your wisdom, your love. And you also have habits that depromote you. Those are habits based in guilt and rebellion and inner rebellion. I don't want to do it. Procrastination. I will do it later. Habits that are inherited of saying you cannot do that, and then you believe it that you cannot do that. It's a habit. It's a type of mechanism of response. So these two types of habits, the ones that empower you and the types that they promote you, they are always at your mercy and are your choice. So in today's class, I want you to, number one, make a list with two columns. One, the column that say what are your habits that promotes you, that cheers you, and what are the habits that depromote you, right? So make a list of that and see if you can attach a belief system to that, because that way you start knowing it very concretely that you can change your belief system if you change your habits. Number two, don't judge. It's part of your maturity to have that integrity of promoting constantly, efficiently, and lovingly yourself. So calm down. There's no right or wrong. I don't want to say, I want now to delete this habit. And no, if you have a depromoting habit, it's an addiction, and that addiction is coded with guilt, is coded with pain, is coded with ignorance, is coded with misunderstanding of yourself. So calm down, just do the work, and eventually every depromoting habit has certain power to take you to the promoting column. And finally, I'm going to give you a suggestion to make a list of what are the promoting habits that you right now are doing and you had doing for the last at least a year. Let's see. What is in the last year or 5 years something that you constantly do? It can be destructive, like I feel a victim of the world. I cannot change the world. I am victimized or tyrant. I want to control my mind. I want to make things right. I doubt myself, right? It doesn't matter if it's constructive or not. Just observe what is the habit that you have practiced in the last 5 years. Just make a line on that. Now, I'm going to give you 5 promoting habits that for me have worked as a teacher, as a person, as a wife, as a mother, to navigate my life in a joyful, constant, and efficient way. Number 1 is manage your time. Time that we do have is finite. It have an end. We don't think about that, but we don't have the whole eternity in this body to deliver our destiny. You have to learn to manage your time in 2 ways. 1, what are the activities that are priority in your life, and what are the spaces that you need to relax. You need to involve your sympathetic and parasympathetic system. The whole nervous system have to move in a relaxed way. Managing the time make you efficient. It doesn't mean that you're a slave of your to-do list. It means that you are also aware when to relax, when to take a break, when to act, and how to act. Manage the time. Number 2, observe the mind. Observe the mind. What I am thinking now today. And as you do that, sweetheart, you start seeing that what is irrelevant, what is junk, noise in your head, discharge it. Just go to the garbage. It's not worth it to think about the laundry of your neighbor that it doesn't work if you're not doing something actively. It's not worth it to think in the destruction of the world where you are surrounded by life and comfort and knowledge and love. So observe the mind. Once you start witnessing the mind, you gain a very powerful skill, and is the skill that makes you still. And that's the 3rd habit that you should cultivate. Reinforce your stillness. For me, it has worked the meditation, the breath, to open a space daily, and interrupted for you to be still. You're the center of the cyclone. All the information, the society, the wars, what is going on is a cyclone. It's powerful. And if you are not creating that center, you'll be sucked out of your heart. You will be in the opinion of others. You will be not confused about what is it you need to decide to your life. Where is the direction? It's important that you create a habit to be still. Number 3, relax. Relax in 2 ways. 1, yes, take your cup of tea in the sofa and just take a break after a long day of work. But the more effective one is while you are doing the work, you need to learn or put the habits to relax continuously, profoundly or fully, and frequently. Those 3 things in terms of relaxation, because we are all always so on guard in front of our work, in front of ourselves, in front of what is it that we need to do, that we forget to relax. And then if you are not switching during the day between your sympathetic and parasympathetic system, then yes, you can have your sofa and your tea at the end of the day, but it's not training you to be clear, powerful, and relaxed as you act. This is a very powerful habit that you can have, which leads to my 5th habit that you should have, and is keep measured the response in front of adversity. If you hear bad news about yourself, about the world, wait before you react. Sleep over things. Give yourself time, not immediately jumping into, oh, I need to do this and I need to immediately give my opinion to be noticeable or to make an impact or to not to be like a fool. Doesn't matter. Silence is powerful, and silence emanate a response that is unspoken and have all the wisdom and love. So by being not reactive, you create a very powerful result, and is detachment. This is my bonus tip. Number 6, learn the habit of detachment from things. Clear things out in your home. Give breaks from husband and children. Close relationship, just have a break. Detach from what you think is indispensable for you to be happy, indispensable for you to be loved or love. So detachment is a beautiful, absolutely gorgeous habit to destroy any belief system that you may be holding on, not to have the flow of life, not to have the agility of acquiring new habits. And this is powerful, acquiring new habits. Don't get stuck in only one thing repeatedly over and over and over. There are some habits that are fundamental, like washing yourself, bathing, etc. But there are others that helps you to learn new things. And if we don't change the habits, you hit the 50 years old and you don't smile anymore. You just hold on what is familiar and what brings you comfort, but you stop learning. And then at 53, 54, you don't know exactly what is the meaning of your life. What is it you want to learn? What is it that you want to add in a life way, in a living way to your life? Learning is part of the agility of letting go of habits that are not constructive and acquiring new habits that are promoting you in a more subtle way, especially when we age, right? we just have more and more subtleness, more sensibility as we get older. And it's so beautiful when you give yourself the opportunity to give you the habit of meditation, of breath, of quietness, stillness, of subtleness. It becomes a pleasure of life. Thank you so much for sitting with me, and I see you in our next class. Namaste.